Welcome back to a quick intraday update. Right now I have this chart of Nifty 50 and this is a 30-minute chart of the index. I did spend some time on the chart tweaking the minute counts, and then I came to the conclusion that possibly this might just be the wave 1 and wave 1 of 2 of the third of 1, and possibly we are having a leading diagonal over here, and after that a wave 2. Although this count is very subjective, as many of you might think, but I'm sticking to this count. Then after that we got a 1 2 1 2 1 2, then 3 4 3 4 3 4, and probably the fifth might be over here. That would mean that the third wave, that is, this is one, this whole leg was one leg, this was the second move, and this was the third move. So let me label this as a third wave, is probably over. So if this is probably over, then what sort of price action are we looking at? What sort of move are we looking from over here? So whenever this kind of a move develops where we have 1 2 3 kind of move, we actually don't know that whether it is a 1 2 3 or just an ABC. Well, looking at the other indices and looking at the kind of extension that we have seen in Bank Nifty, the C wave has almost extended or almost has gone below the 2.618 level. That just makes me think that this is not just a wave C but a wave 3, and then possibly a counter trend move that we might get might just be a wave 4. So if this is wave 1 and this is wave 2 and this wave 3 is completed, then possibly we might do a counter trend bounce in wave 4, which according to the basic Fibonacci mathematics comes around 38.2% retracement, which is around 17,239. Let's round it off to 17,200. So even if the Nifty has to bounce, it has got around 300 points of room for the upside. And going by the theory of alternation, we got a very steep move in wave 2, almost 60% retracement. Then there's a fair possibility that in wave 4 we might just go sideways before actually breaking lower in wave 5. So I'll give it a couple of days, maybe 2 to 3 days or even a week. Would be a very big time frame. Maybe 2 to 3 days or even 4 days would be enough for this wave 4 to develop, and that would initially signify that since the wave 4 is complete, the wave 5th would start on the lower side, taking us below the 16,800 mark and going towards 16,500 or even 16,400. This was my take on Nifty 50. If I look at the Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty also I have to tweak my counts a little bit. This has 1 2 1 2, then 3 4 3 4, probably A B C D E in third or fifth. So that's pretty much possible, although we need to look at whether this low breaks or not. So the low of 28th September is around 37,630. If we break about 37,630, then there's a fair possibility that even now the third wave is extending on the downside. Well, let's hope it does not, and it gives a sufficient room on the upside, say towards 38,800, so that it would just make the short sellers a bit more comfortable to short on the higher side. So let me give you a number where the 38% retracement comes. So the 38% retracement comes around 39,000 level. It doesn't have to do that. Maybe it just goes sideways towards say in the range of 37,600 on the downside to the 50 EMA average, which is around 38,500. So that's roughly what, around 900 1,000 points of sideways movement. It's possible. Then I have to label this as a wave 3, and the possible sideways correction that might start from here as wave 4 before we actually go down in wave 5. That was it for the video. Thank you.